2006, my sister showed me my first YouTube video. It was a smallish video. I don't know if you guys know this. Food Battle 2006. And I thought it was great. After seeing it, I've always wanted to make YouTube videos like that. Just sketch comedy was always a thing that I loved. And over the years, I noticed that people really don't know how to cook. And I wanted to combine those two. The sketch comedy that I loved and cooking, and put it together to make what I know as the kitchen life of Jared and other stuff. That all could change. If you guys don't know already, there is this thing called COPPA. In addition to being fined $170 million, they also have to include new rules and new settings for videos. That way, children will be protected, which I'm okay with. I understand why COPPA exists, but as a part of that, YouTube wants us to classify our content as either for kids or not for kids. There are different rules on whether or not your stuff is targeted for kids. According to YouTube, the facts to consider for made-for-kids content include the subject matter of the video, if children are the intended audience, if it includes child actors or models, if it includes characters, celebrities, or toys that appeal to children, if it uses language that is meant for children to understand, if it includes activities that appeal to children, or if it includes songs, stories, or poems that appeal to children. I know that I'm a little protected with these because I'm pretty sure that these following clips are not for kids. You might be wondering, Jared, what do you do with your big zucchini? I'm gonna go from one end and roll it as tight as I can so it looks like this.
Jared, are you gonna cut that? Or smoke it?
Don't be blunt with me. And make sure you use protection.
What a great idea!
Well, Al, what do you think?
That Alaska sure looks baked.
2, 1, go.
Whatever way you do it, I suggest just take a couple photos and send them to me. But most of my content is basically for everyone. I've made my content that anyone can learn how to cook through sketch comedy. Let's take a look. Under COPPA, my Ninja Turtle cake could potentially be under a COPPA violation. Me dressing up as Steve from Blue's Clues for a comedy sketch could potentially be a violation. Here's one that scares me a little bit. Sometimes I include some of my nephews and nieces into the sketches because it's funny that way. Now, those sketches could be considered, because they have child actors in it, I could potentially be under that 4 kids mark if not handled properly. Now, if you're under this 4 kids area, the restricted features will include, like, the personalized ads. They won't be a thing. For some full-time YouTubers, that's like 80 to 90% of their income. In addition to comments, info cards, and end screens. Those 3 things are vital for YouTubers, especially small ones, because those tools actually help you grow. Comments help with boosted engagement. Info cards and end screens help people click on your videos. I make sure that I have info cards and end screens on my videos. That way people can watch more of my content. And if any of my videos are for kids, they lose all of that. Now, for the not for kids section, if you are shown as a violation of COPPA, you could get fined up to $42,530. And it's not just the small YouTubers. Storytime animation YouTubers are going to be hit dramatically with this. Different gaming channels are going to be affected by this. There's just too much of a gray area, and most things on YouTube are for the general audience. If there was an option just for everyone, that would be a thing that would actually be smart for YouTube to do. Whether or not they include that, I have no idea. Now, there is some hope because the FTC recently just had a list of things clarifying stuff for content creators such as myself. Let's take a look. For example, if your videos are about traditionally adult activities like employment, finances, politics, home ownership, home improvement, or travel, you're probably not covered unless your content is geared towards kids. So I'm assuming that cooking would be under this category, so I think I would be in the clear. Next thing they say is just because your video has bright colors or animated characters doesn't mean you're automatically covered by COPPA. While many animated shows are directed towards kids, the FTC recognizes that there can be animated programming that appeals to everyone. So hopefully James is in the clear for this. Finally, if you've applied the factors listed in the COPPA rules and still wondering if your content is directed to children, it might help to consider how others view your content and content similar to yours. Has your channel been reviewed on sites that evaluate content for kids? Your channel or channels like yours mentioned in blogs for parents of young children. Media articles about child-directed content. Have you surveyed your users? Is there other empirical evidence about the age group of your audience? I can easily prove through my analytics that I'm not directed towards kids. So I think hopefully I'm in the clear. Also, it looks like there's going to be multiple factors with this $42,000. I have a few questions still, especially since my content has child actors basically in it. Since I occasionally use some of my nieces and nephews in the videos for some of the sketches or for some of the scenes in the sketches, I'm still a little concerned and I'm going to write to the FTC about that. What can you do as a content creator, as a viewer of YouTube, whatever? Larger creators have told us that we should make a video regarding our concerns with COPPA and how they're going to affect us, so that's why I'm doing this right now. And I suggest that whoever is watching this as a content creator do the same thing. Also, the FTC has extended its comment deadline to December 9th, 2019, so you all have an option to write to the FTC and tell them your concerns. I know there's a lot of content creators that are saying that they're just going to make edgier content to make sure that their content is not for kids. I've always intended my channel to be for everyone, so that's not really an option for me. So I'm just going to pray about it and see what happens. Even if you're not a content creator, get informed on this issue because everything's going to change come January 1st, 2020. Once again, thanks for watching and supporting my content. Really appreciate it, and hopefully I'll see you in the next video. See ya!